what comes along with being a barber is like the ability to have compassion, the ability to listen. A lot of people, like one of my clients, they're like, man, you're my therapist. Like, I know when I'm coming to see you, like it's a therapy session. And this is somebody who has a actual therapist, a couple of them. But he's like, man, there's things that I get from you that I don't necessarily get when I go to those professionals. So I would never downgrade what I do and think that it's not on that same level, because he's paying those other people. So with this, he's like, man, it's a discounted version of what I'm paying for normally. I think that God really has created us for this purpose. This is what he's called me to do. Through that, I don't want to be selfish and just reap the benefits for myself and say, man, I can make a lot of money, but how can I be a listening ear, or how can I be some godly wisdom to this young man, young woman who's in this chair right now? Like, there's times where, like, the blinds are down right now. Normally it's up, but there's times where I had to literally close the blinds and pull out a towel and hand it to some brothers because, man, they breaking down crying. And so, man, just bringing that into a suite, it's like, oh yeah, I can actually be there for someone in a hard part of their life, you know. And I think about what that used to look like when I was in the barbershop. We wouldn't get into that deep of a conversation during the haircut because so many people are around. But man, my wife will tell you, it's been many nights where I'm getting home at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, because after the shop has closed, this person has, you know, everybody's gone, man. We're talking. We might be talking inside. We might be talking outside for an hour, you know, and I'm praying with them. And so I just see like, oh, the God who created hair knew the best way that it should be adorned. So I feel like doctors, like, if you don't have a heart for people, you shouldn't be in certain professions. And this is one of the professions where you got to have a heart for people, because it's not just what happens out here, but it's in here, and it's in here. Like, how do I affect these people? Like, are they leaving me better than what they came in? Not just looking better, but feeling better. You feel good when you got a haircut, but you also feel good when you know, like, man, I got a better sense of direction, or I got something off my chest that I've been thinking about. Some people just like, hey, man, am I tripping? What you think about this? And I just being able to be like, okay, I hear you, but this is what should be doing, what you should do instead. Or I hear you and I agree. I've been told that there is no work-life balance, that it's sometimes it's more work than it is family, then it's more family than it's work. And I understand that. There was a time where my wife had to be like, hey, we're getting the sleepy version of you. You know, everybody's getting the full energetic version of Chris that we love, but because you're so tired, because you're working so much, like, we just want to make sure that we get that. We don't want to be robbed of that. And so, man, just having my beautiful wife who has encouraged me and has been there for me. We're getting ready next month to celebrate 20 years of marriage. We got married in 05, right after high school. So 3 beautiful kids, Kalia, Christopher, and Kaden. Christopher is the oldest, junior. But yeah, man, that, like, just making sure that when they want to have conversations, that I'm having conversations. And it's something that, like I said, it's a learning experience that man, you can easily spend more time with one kid than the other, or have more things in common with one or the other. But what I'm thankful for is that all my kids have their own relationship, and I just try not to turn them away when they do come and they want to have conversations. Or that young one, he wants me to play Fortnite and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes he might get pushed out the way because I don't play that game. But you know, it's something that I'm working on even to this day, you know, just being there and realizing that sometimes the world pushes you in this rat race, have you spinning your wheels of more. But the scriptures teach me that contentment is found in Christ. And so also being content with not being the greatest YouTuber, not being the greatest barber, but making sure that my family gets the greatest version of me and that my clients get the greatest version of me. Like, that's the kind of balance that I'm looking for. I want my legacy to be a legacy of loving God first, and loving the people that are around me. I want people to know that I was a well that gave, that you could draw from me, that the things that God placed in my hand, I didn't hold on to them, but I opened my hand so that people can take and I can give. And so, I think that's what I want, like, people to know, that, man, he was a giver.